Hey guys, so this is my What's in My Mailbox PR haul video. I know a lot of YouTubers do this video, but I've never actually seen one, so I wanted to give a short little explanation as to what this video is in my terms. So this video is going to be filled with products that were sent to me by these brands or companies for consideration. I am not being compensated. This video is not sponsored. In fact, I would think that the brands probably wouldn't want us or me to lump all of these products together just because it's very direct, it's very transparent. Hey, these products were sent to me and here is what was given to me, but this is what we're doing and I like it, so there. I showed them. Not to be confused, I'm super grateful for all these products. I'm very excited to try everything. I have not tried a whole lot of this stuff yet. I know that I would not have any of this stuff without you guys. I'm very aware and super grateful for you guys because without your support, without your subscriptions and views and likes and all that stuff, none of these companies would even know who I am. So thank you for all your support. I truly, genuinely appreciate it. And lastly, I hope this goes without saying, but I'm not trying to brag about these companies sending me these things. I just wanted to share it with you guys, and if there are any products that you would really like to see in use or would like my feedback on, then I would like you guys to let me know. If there are products that you've tried and love or maybe not so love, I would love that feedback as well, so it can be like a give and take community discussion of stuff. Was that clear? Before I get started, I know I'm gonna get questions on my lip color and my nails. Those are like the two biggest questions I always get. So my nails are the Barium nail paint in the shade Sugar Apple. My parents brought this back from London last year for me, so that's Sugar Apple, love it. And then my lip color is the Sephora Cream Lip Stains in the shade number 37. I think it has a name, it's like sugar frosting or something like that. And then the lip liner I used is this Essence lip liner, which is super inexpensive, in the shade Satin Mauve. So that's the lip combo today. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first company I'm going to talk about is Fresh. This is the first time they've sent me something and I was so excited to hear from them. It's always very exciting to get recognized by like big brands because you don't think they recognize the little guys, but sometimes they do, and it's really humbling. Anyway, so they sent me this goodie bag here. It says, give me some sugar, of a bunch of their sugar lip products. So some of these I have tried before, and others I have not had the chance. This is, again, I'm gonna say this is really exciting, like 30,000 times in this video. You've been warned. Let's start with the new products that they have out. So this is the Sugar Lip Treatment Perfecting Wand, and this I have not tried, and it kind of weirds me out if I'm being honest. It is one of their lip treatments, however it comes in this clicky wand, and then the actual applicator is like this rubbery thing. I don't know, it just seems very odd. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, so it could be really cool. And it also has these little like nubby bristles on it as well, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but it should be interesting. And then they sent me a bunch of their classic lip treatments, which I really love. I have like 4 or like 6 of their mini ones that they've given out, and I just love them. They're in like all of my bags. So they sent the Nude one. Actually, let me unbox these and then I'll show you. They're very pretty. Oh no. We're fine. Everything's fine. Let me go back a second to the new one. I wanted to start with the new products and then totally failed on that front. So this is the Bloom one. This is their newest shade, and I will give a quick swatch. These are very sheer. If you haven't tried these before, they have just like a nice hint of color, but they make your lips look very nourished and healthy, which I really like about these. They also all have SPF 15. So that is Bloom, and then I'll do a swatch insert of the rest of them. So we have, this is a classic one that I have a couple of. This is the Rosé or Rose one. We have Nude, which I can't remember what this one looks like. Oh, it's just like a very slight hint of color there. And then the last tinted one is Honey, which this one is just a little bit darker than the Nude one. Lastly, for the lip treatments, they did send the Advanced Therapy one. This one is not tinted, but this one does smell like the original one. And lastly, from Fresh, we have the Sugar Lip Polish, which, to be honest, I have not had a whole lot of luck with lip exfoliants. I feel that they can, the ones I've tried anyway, can be a bit harsh on my lips. to the point where I'm like, this is just not worth the trouble. But I do want to try this one. Sugar lip treatments are supposed to be a little bit more gentle, so hopefully this one works out. And lastly, they did include this little lip book, which I thought was really cool because it does include, I guess, like lip recipes, if you want to call them that include variations of their products. So they have like Bare Repair and the lip products you should use for that, Fresh and Flirty and the products you should use for that, and so on and so forth. So I thought that was really cool. Next we have a package from e.l.f. They actually send quite a few packages. This is just the latest one. This was focused on spring and festival season. So this has a lot of colorful products that I maybe wouldn't have tried on my own. First up, we have 2 of their tinted lip oils, which I have not tried yet. I actually almost placed an order for some of these. These are the Berry Kiss and Coral Kiss shades. I will try to include side swatches so you guys can see, and I hopefully will save time that way. So these are the tinted lip oils. They also sent me a Luxe Lash kit. This is the Winged and Bold version. I haven't even tried any e.l.f. false lashes actually. I thought they only had 2 variations, like a dramatic and a natural if I'm not mistaken, but I guess they've expanded their line, so that's really cool. Next is a product that I'm wearing on my lids today. This is one of their long-lasting lustrous eyeshadows in the shade Soiree. I have 2 of these already. I have a gold and a white one, but this is kind of like a pinky mauve, I guess you could say. What's cool about these is that they are like this moussey kind of texture, and they do apply to the eyes very nicely with your finger. I don't know if I would use a brush for these. Next we have a cream eyeliner. This is in the shade Teal Tease. Man, I don't know how to use this. This is like a bright, bright tealy turquoise color. So it's beautiful, but I don't know how to use this. We'll see. We'll see. Next we have a contouring blush and bronzing powder in the shade Saint Lucia. I'm not sure if this is the original shade. I know they have come out with different variations of this since, oh, this looks different than the original one. I had the OG, like back when this first came out. I had the original one. This blush shade though looks a lot peachier and less pink than the original one. And this bronzer looks a little bit lighter maybe. I will definitely try this. I'm excited too. So there is that duo. And lastly, they sent one of their Beautifully Bare products, which I have not tried any of that particular collection. This is the liquid highlighter with vitamin E in the shade Illuminating. I don't know if there are multiple shades, but it's one of those liquid illuminators, so that should be interesting. By interesting, I mean I don't use liquid illuminators, so we'll see if I get around to using that one. And lastly, e.l.f. always includes like something to do with whatever theme that they are going with, so they did send a bandana, because festival season. Bandanas. Next up, I got a package in from Kevyn Aucoin, which I was very honored and shocked when they contacted me. And so they sent this bag that says, "Be open-minded when it comes to color." Speaks for itself, doesn't it? Alright, so they did send a couple packages here inside the bag. So the first one, I have to admit, I was kind of shocked by. So they did say they wanted to send me their Molten Metals collection, and I was like, oh, that sounds really awesome. I didn't realize that they were going to be metallic liquid lipsticks. I have to be honest, I've never been on board with the metallic lip trend. Like, since I was a kid and metallic lips were a thing, like in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s as well, I've just never got on board with that. And so, but they sent these and they're beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. I don't know how to use these though, guys. I was thinking maybe like in the center of the lip as like an accent, but I haven't tried any of them. I haven't even swatched them, so I have to give them a chance. But when I saw these, I was like, oh. If you look at these, all of these would be just beautiful eyeshadow colors. So this first one is the shade Titanium, just a beautiful kind of taupey color. Next we have Rose Gold, which again, they're all so pretty. Look at that. That is beautiful. I gotta make that one work somehow. Next we have Gold, which this is straight up gold. This is like an antique gold. How I'm gonna put that on my lips, I don't know. It's like a cool editorial look, I think, but just for life. I don't know. Next we have Carbon. This is a cool one. This is the only one that I think actually I could get on board with. If it's like this opaque, it's kind of like a deep, deep purple, and I think I could handle that one. two more. We have bronze, which is bronze. And lastly, copper, which again, man, on the eyes would just be stunning, but on the lips, very excited to receive those and very grateful, but I don't know how that's gonna work out, if I'm being completely honest. The other product they sent me is so luxurious. Okay, this is their NEO or Neo setting powder. I'm not sure if that stands for something or what, but this packaging, guys, is like, this is very high-end and luxurious. This is not what I am used to. I like the juxtaposition of e.l.f. to Kevyn Aucoin. First of all, this freaking powder comes in like this velvet pouch. Like, this is so extra and ridiculous and amazingly awesome, and I just don't know what to do with myself. I feel like this should be on display somewhere and not actually ever used on my face. So here's the packaging. It's so pretty. It's got this gradient thing going on. It feels so well made and ridiculous. Oh, there goes the plastic thing. But this powder is like, I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera. It has like a highlight on one side and like almost a matte powder on the other side, and so it's got that gradient. Can you see that? It's ridiculously pretty. According to the note that they wrote for me, this Neo powder is the first ever gradient setting powder, which is interesting because I'm not sure like what part of my face I would set with such like a shimmery glowy product. I'm definitely more of a matte face setter, so we'll see about that. But again, these products are so pretty, and the Molten Lip Color has multi-dimensional pearls with the most intense pigments for a voluminous metallic reflection, which I totally believe that that would be true, but I don't know if I want that on my actual lips myself. I don't know. Next, we have some products from IT Cosmetics. I love IT Cosmetics. They are just, I love them. Oh no. In this box we have 3 of their new Confidence in Your Glow compacts. Basically it's a blush, bronzer, and highlighter built into one. And you'll see it's not a trio, it's actually one product altogether. It actually kind of reminds me of that Kevyn Aucoin gradient powder. This is just kind of like a gradient bronzer, blush, highlight. This is the one that I'm wearing today. This is Instant Warm Glow, and I kind of forgot and I used my own bronzer, but I used the IT Cosmetics warmth bronzer. Anyway, so the blush I did use, it packed a lot more of a punch than I was expecting, so I did have to like go back and try to blend that and lighten that up a little bit, but I did use the highlighter as well over on this end. Now these compacts are being marketed as, what does this say? It's your blush, bronzer, and highlighter in one sweep. Now that kind of claim always seems a bit gimmicky to me, plus with my face shape that kind of style just probably won't work. So it's marketed with this brush. This is called the One Sweep Wonder. This is one of their heavenly skin brushes, the ones that are infused with like skincare, anti-aging things. I don't know how they do it. How does that work? I don't know. We're gonna take their word for it. But I highlighted with this brush today, and I have to say, this is amazing for highlighting. I was not expecting to love this quite as much as I do. I don't know how it does it. It has pretty dense bristles towards the base, and then they kind of taper off towards the end. I don't know if you guys can tell like how, not flimsy, but just more flexible, I guess, at the end it is. So I did use that highlight. I just kind of dipped my brush in there, and this highlighter packed a lot more punch than I was expecting as well. So I have to say this combination really works. Whether the one sweep thing is, I don't know about that, but this is a great highlighting brush. The other 2 shades for this Confidence in Your Glow are Instant Nude Glow and Instant Natural Glow. So this one is actually the most cool of the 3. So this is Instant Natural Glow, and there's Instant Nude Glow. Okay, please don't drop these, Katie. That would be really quite sad. Okay, I got it. Instant Warm Glow. So you can see the variations there. I will say, I think Instant Nude Glow is definitely the most natural, not actually Instant Natural Glow. I think the nude one, just looking at it, you can kind of tell it's the lightest. What's particularly cool about these is that there's variation in every single shade. So you can tell the difference in the blushes right off the bat, but the bronzers and highlighters are all different as well, which I think is really cool. If you wanted to pick up all three, you'll get different things in each one. And then I did unbox this on Snapchat, and I was really confused because they also included this. Now at first I thought it was a portable charger, and it still could be, but then it has these suction cups on one side, or I guess the bottom, so that is what's really throwing me off. So it could be a charger, but there was no explanation as to what this is, so I think that's what it is. Okay, next I have a package from No. 7, and they did include this like mesh travel bag, which I think is great. I will be using that. They did send 3 of their Radiant Glow Under Eye Concealers. I haven't tried these yet. 2 of the shades are just way too dark for me. The one that they sent that I could probably use is shade number 10. It is one of the clicky pen concealers, which are kind of a hit or miss type of thing for me personally. They sent 2 of their bronzers, and these are beautiful. If you follow my Snapchat unboxing of this stuff, so they sent 2 shades. They sent Golden Sand, and these are just like really pretty looking. So here is the packaging. It's just like this metallic bronze, very reflective. So that's Golden Sand. And then they sent the shade Caramel, which I always say caramel, literally never say caramel, but when I saw this I was like, that is caramel. See, look at that shade. You can't call that caramel, it just sounds silly. That's caramel. This is my brain. Yep. Great place to visit, huh? They also sent their Airbrush Away primer. It says flawless in seconds. I haven't tried any of these, so I can't really speak to any of them yet. So that is the primer. They sent 2 of their blushes. These are powder blushers. I don't know if this has a particular line. So we have Peach Velvet. I really do like their packaging. It's really nice. Peach Velvet, quite a bright color there. And then we have Damson Mist, which I don't know what Damson is, but this is a cooler color. And lastly, we have some lip products from 2 different lines. These are the Moisture Drenched Lipsticks. All the shades that they sent me look very wearable. So they sent Honey Bloom, which looks like that. I am very excited to try these. That's Honey Bloom, and we have Berry Blush, which looks like that. Another really pretty color. The other line they sent a couple shades from is the Stay Perfect line. So we have Cinnamon Spice, and these have a flatter, thinner bullet, if you guys can see that. And then the other shade is Dark Berry, which actually, when swatched, looks very similar to Berry Blush from the other line. And lastly, No. 7 is promoting this app that they launched. So it's the No. 7 Virtual Match app, and basically it's supposed to give you an exact match for your foundation, which is really, really cool. I kind of wish all brands did this. So you get one of these cards, and then you use the app to take a picture of your skin, and then the app will do the work for you and tell you what shade you are. I haven't tried this yet, I have to say, if this works, I think that's like revolutionary, honestly, and I wish all brands could do that because it's so freaking hard to color match yourself. And I know you can ask someone to help you, but it's not always the best idea anyway. In fact, I'm going to try this probably before I send this video out, so when this video goes up I will put a note as to whether this worked for me or not. But yeah, so that's really cool. And last but not least, I have my April Boxycharm, which I did mention. The Ofra Rodeo Drive Highlighter came in this month, and I freaking love this thing. Totally worth it just for this highlighter. I am obsessed with this thing. They also came with the 3 of the pure sponges. I tried one of them. This thing was so stiff, and it does not, I don't know, it did not do the job. I was not quite impressed with that, so that was disappointing. The other products I have not tried yet. We have a concealer palette from MD Measurable Difference. This is cool if it works. I haven't tried this yet, but look at all the shades in there. That could be awesome for an actual working makeup artist. Like that's so cool. And this is pretty compact as well. We also have a product from Allegory Story. This is their lip gloss. I have the shade Plato's Cave, and it looks like this. It's an interesting color. It's got some brown to it, definitely. It's a warm brownish nude, I guess you could say. Kind of a bizarre color. Lastly, we have another product from Hairgurt, which I loved the mask that they sent in one of their previous boxes. This is the Smoothing Yogurt Shampoo, so very excited to try this. I just did the calculations and this box's worth was $116, so that's pretty awesome. Like I said, just for that highlight alone, I'm totally happy. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if there are products that you would like to see me use or talk about, please let me know in the comments. But that is it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!